Hello everyone, my name is Wyatt. Welcome to XALT Ministries. Today we're going to look at Just Be Held by Casting Crowns. This song is usually in the key of C. For this tutorial I'll be doing the key of C sharp. So we'll do C chords and we're going to do capo on the first fret. Alright, and that'll give us our key of C sharp. This song is going to have four chords. It's going to have a C, a D minor, an F, an A minor, and a G. We'll be doing a little different variations for the chords just to make them all sound nice and pretty. And then also we're going to be having two different strum patterns, one for the entire song minus the bridge will have a different one. So there would be a strum pattern for the bridge and the rest of the song has another. So real quickly, let's take a look at the chords. I'm using chord POV, that's what I've named it, and let's see how they're made. Okay, so chords for this song, remember we're capoing on the first fret. So we're going to be playing all of our chords on the next three. Let me lower this down a bit. It's a little too high. Yeah, I got to undo my stand just a minute. Whoa, that was lowered down. Okay, oh, right there. Try right there. Move this over. There we go. Now we got a little better view. Okay. Okay, so this song is in the key of C. Key of C sharp with this. Anyways, we're going to look at the C chords. We're going to worship C for this is what I'm going to be using. So we have C, F, G, A minor, and D minor. Okay, so let me tilt here and so you can see what we're doing. So we have a C chord, normal C chord, okay, and we're going to take that pinky and we're going to fret that third fret first string. Mute the top, so you have a mute 3 2 open 1 3, and that's gonna give you your C chord. All right. Now from this, you can go up 2. That'll give you your G. All right, and so that's just gonna, instead of muting, it's gonna be 3 2 open 1 3. I think it's called like a G at 11 or something is the official name of it. Anyways, and then if you go back to your C, go down another one, and that's going to be your F. So you have G, C, F, and I think it's called like an F add 9. But anyways, you're supposed to mute the top 2. So mute 3 2 1 3. Okay, and take this finger off, and you have your D minor. Okay, this is your D minor. So you have a mute still, open 2 1 3. It looks a little weird, but, and this is the pinky I'm having trouble with here. You gotta get that. There we go. And then if you want to, you come up and just mute the top again, and you're gonna take that finger, and you're gonna do this one of two ways, depending on how agile your fingers are. Some people cannot fret 2 strings with one finger. Believe me, it does take practice. I'm finally able to actually do it. Okay, you gotta make sure both those are fretting. Okay, but the point of this is that you need to fret these. If you can scrunch this and try to move your pinky, mine is kind of locked in that spot. Okay, it still sounds the same. Anyways, is gonna be a mute open 2 2 1 3. That's gonna be your A minor variant. Okay, your normal A minor is actually this. This is a normal A minor. Okay, and this is just got that nice down here. Anyways, that's gonna be your 4 chords for sorry, not 4, 5, because you have G, C, F, and then your D minor, and then your A minor. And that's going to be the 5 chords you're going to use throughout this whole song. So it's actually quite simple. You're just going to be moving up and down for 3 of them, and then your D and your A minor. So let's get back to looking at the chorus and the bridge, 2 strum patterns, and all that good stuff, and see how this song is put together. So now that we have our chords down, let's see how everything goes together. The first strum pattern is on your screen right now. The one that we're going to use for probably about 80% of the song, pretty much everything minus the bridge. And you're going to start out on the A minor. Okay. And I'm not going to do the intro, though if you like to hear what it's kind of supposed to sound like on guitar, it's going to sound a bit like this. And then it goes up to here. Whoops. It sounds like that. The chord sheet that I have attached does have like a solo interpretation on it. I'm not going to go through right now because it's just going back and forth between two strings. Anyways, to start off on the first verse is A minor. Hold it all together to your F. Everybody needs you strong. C. And then to that D minor. That chord progression right there, that A minor, F, C, and D minor is going to be very dominant through the rest of this song. Your verses are going to use that chord progression 3 times, and then on the last chord progression, they're going to switch out that last chord, that D minor, for G, and that's how your verses are put together. So you're going to have A minor, hold it all together, F, everybody needs you strong, C, to the D minor. And then going to go back to the A minor. But life hits you out of nowhere to the F. Barely leaves you holding on. So that's C to the D. And I'll strum through these in a little bit. And when you're tired of fighting, chained by your control. Okay, that's the A minor to F, and then the C to the D minor. And then that's on the next line is where they change up that last chord to a G. So right here there's freedom, so A minor, there's freedom and surrender, F, lay it down, C, and let it go is at G. Lay it down and let it go. So instead of going to that D minor like you're used to, you're going to a G instead. That's going to be your last line of that verse. And that's pretty much exactly how your verses are put together. Now for your chorus, let me go real quick before I get into the chorus. Let me strum through the first verse with the strum pattern that hopefully is still on your screen by now. Okay, so like this. Hold it all together, everybody needs you strong. If life hits you out of nowhere, barely leaves you holding on. When you're tired of fighting, chained by your control, there's freedom and surrender. Lay it down and let it go. Okay, and that's pretty much how that part goes. You can speed up or slow it down however you want. I actually like it a little bit slower. For some reason, Cassie Crowns has a song actually going quite fast, and the way I like this. Hold it all together, everybody needs you strong. Life hits you out of nowhere, barely leaves you holding on. When you're tired of fighting, chained by your control, there's freedom and surrender. Lay it down and let it go. I like it slower like that. That's my own interpretation. If I were to play this on the top, I would like to play it, but it all depends on how fast you want to strum and how many beats per minute you want to keep going with. Anyways, on to the chorus now. Chorus progression is going to be well, looks like they changed it a little bit here, but it's mostly going to go from C to G to A minor to F. Okay, so let's look at that real quick. Start on the C. So when you're on your knees and answers seem so far away, G. Back to A minor. You're not alone. Stop holding on and just be held. That's the F. Back to the C. Your world's not falling apart, it's falling, G, into place. I'm on the throne, A minor. Stop holding on and just be held, to F. And they're going to repeat, and then their progression for the just be held is A minor, F, C, D minor. Once again, if you're having a little trouble following along, that's why I have a chord sheet attached. I'm going to be using the exact same chords throughout this entire song, so there's no changes. So, it's going to, so that just be held, just be held. Okay, So let me go through the chorus real quick. I'm going to come right out of the verse. There's freedom in surrender, lay it down and let it go. So when you're on your knees and answer seems so far away, you're not alone, stop holding on and just be held. Your world's not falling apart, it's falling into place. I'm on the throne, stop holding on and just be held. Just be held. Just be held. Okay, and that's going to be like how the chorus is going to go. Alright, verse 2 is going to have the exact same chord progression that we had last time with that switch on the very last chord from D minor to a G. So I'm just going to go ahead and play through the verse since we already went over the chord progression in the first one, and then you can follow along on the chord sheet that is attached in the description. So we start off on the A minor. If your eyes are on the storm, you'll wonder if I love you still. If your eyes are on the cross, you know I always have and I always will. Not a tear is wasted, time you'll understand. I paint beauty with the ashes, your life is in my hand. So when you're on your knees and answer seems so far away, you're not alone, stop holding on and just be held. The world's not falling apart, it's falling in. Oops, wrong one. Sorry, my pinky is getting a little worn here. For some odd reason, must be just the way I'm holding it. The bone underneath is not wanting to cooperate with me. Let me start that chorus again real quick. That way you know the whole thing. So when you're on your knees and answer seems so far away, you're not alone, stop holding on and just be held. The world's not falling apart, it's falling into place. I'm on the throne, stop holding on and just be held. Just be held. If you notice something, my guitar sounds a little different. I think it's because I might not be pressing my notes down because it's sounding like this. I gotta get that tinginess of those two bottom notes. Just be held. There it is. Just be held. Whoops. Messing up now. Just be held. A minor, F, C, D minor. Just be held. Just be held. Okay, this is the part where it's going to switch over strum patterns to your bridge. Your bridge is going to switch from the one we're just doing to the one that's right now on your screen. And that's going to be a full measure strum pattern, so it'll be a little bit different. So you're not doing like the half measure and then switch it to a chord, doing the same thing over and over. You're actually going to do two different half measure strum patterns because it's a full measure pattern. You're split in half because you have two chords per full measure. So I'll go through it real quick and then you can kind of see how it goes. I tried doing the original pattern with this and could not get that beat just right. They kind of speed it up during this part. So I used a full measure and it seemed really nice. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to come right out of that bridge or the chorus. I'm going to switch right to the bridge. Just be held. Just be held. Lift your hands, lift your eyes. In the storm is where you'll find me. Where you are, I'll hold your heart. I'll hold your heart. Come to me, have your rest in the arms of a God who won't let go. Okay, I didn't do that the best, but I was messing up a couple of my chords. But you'll see where it changes the tempo a lot when I do that, and almost to a faster thing, which is what they do. So for this one, you're going to start out in the D minor. So you're going to do the D minor for technically like a measure and a half, because you're coming out of the Just Be Held, which ends on that D minor. Just be held. And then you're going to go lift your hands. So you're going to still on that D minor. Lift your hands, lift your eyes. That's A minor. In the storm, C. Storm is will you find me is G. And then you're going to repeat that. And then, and where you are, D minor. I'll hold your heart, A minor. I'll hold, C, your heart, G. And then you're going to repeat that again. Come to me, find your rest in the arms of a God who won't let go. Okay, that C right there is going to be dragged out longer because he drags out the last part of that bridge. Because usually you're going to go lift your hands, lift your eyes. In the storm is will you find me. Where you are, I'll hold your heart, I'll hold your heart. Come to me, find your rest in the arms of a God who won't let go. Okay, that C goes a little longer. But then you see, and then right after that bridge, you'll go back to the chorus of so when you're on your knees. Or I usually don't do this, but for the sake of changing the strum pattern and how this whole thing goes, I'm going to play through the entire song so you see how everything goes, and hopefully my pinky doesn't start acting up on me. But so technically this will be like a cover. Okay? Hold it all together. Whoops, wrong pattern. Hold it all together, everybody needs you strong. Life hits you out of nowhere, bare leaves you holding on. When you're tired of fighting, chained by your control, there's freedom in surrender. Lay it down and let it go. So when you're on your knees and answer seems so far away, you're not alone, stop holding on and just be held. The world's not falling apart, it's falling into place. I'm on the throne, stop holding on and just be held. Just be held. Just be held. If your eyes are on the storm, you wonder if I love you still. When your eyes are on the cross, you know I always have and I always will. I think I got that right. Yep. I always will. And I always will. Not a tear is wasted. In time you'll understand. Paint beauty with the ashes. Life is in your hands. So when you're on your knees and answer seems so far away, I always want to say you're on the throne. I get those two verses screwed up a lot. Not alone, stop holding on and just be held. The world's not falling apart, it's falling into place. I'm on the throne, stop holding on and just be held. Just be held. Just be held. And switch. Lift your hands, lift your eyes. In the storm is where you find me. And where you are, where you are, I'll hold your heart. I'll hold your heart. Come to me, find your rest in the arms of a God who won't let go. So when you're on your knees and answer seems so on the C. That is pretty much the whole song. I usually don't do that, but I figured I would, and yeah, my fingers are going to need a little bit of a rest. I got to recallus them. Anyways, that's how to play Just Be Held by Casting Crowns. Remember, I'm playing C chords, capo in the first, so I'm playing in the key of C sharp for this one. Your voice might call for something different. It might call for playing in the key of D. I mean, you could go all the way down here to key of E and still play the same chords. It's completely up to you. But once again, thank you very much for watching. Remember, like us on Facebook and also follow us on Twitter now. We do have a Twitter account. And then if you have any song requests, I'll put them in the discussion on the YouTube channel and I can get to those. Thank you very much and God bless.